Hello, good day everyone. Welcome back to the show. I'm Sean David. Let's talk some old school basketball. On my show, I also try to feature some of the more lesser known stars from back in the days. So in today's video, I want to talk about one of the most underrated point guards of the 1980s and 1990s, Mark Price. But before we get to this video, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also click on the notifications button so you always get notified once I upload a new video. Also, if you want to get access to more exclusive videos and podcasts, please check out my Patreon account. You can find the link underneath the video. And I would say, without any more blah blah, let's get right into the stuff.
Can I just mention one guy's name who I think is one of the most underrated players of our era, who nobody ever talks about anymore, is Mark Price. He was so good. You remember how
hardest
good?
to check on the pick and roll. He was splitting the pick and roll.
Man.
He created the split.
Yes.
Nobody was
invented the
splitting pick and rolls.
Mark Price, other than Steph Curry, was the best shooter I ever seen in my life.
That's a lie.
And they talk about Steph Curry so much, but I wish that young players would look and Google Mark Price.
Mark Price
whooped my butt every single day. Right? I mean, every day.
Alright, so let's take a look on the career of Mark Price and see how good that guy actually was in reality. William Mark Price was born on the 15th February in 1964 in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. He actually had a younger brother named Brent Price who would later also make it to the NBA. Mark attended Enid High School in Oklahoma, where he was known to be a smart basketball player, but really nobody who actually had a shot at making it to the NBA. Well, how things can change. From 1982 until 1986, he played college ball for the University of Georgia Tech, where he made a name for himself to be one of the best college point guards of that time. Still, there were many doubters saying that Mark didn't have the athleticism to play in the NBA. And Mark Price was determined to prove everybody wrong who doubted him.
Mark Price intimidates opponents in a different way. Though he may not look like he inspires fear, his deadly outside shooting terrorizes defenders.
The angelic face of Mark Price with the eyes of the assassin. He had 6 in a row before the miss. Mark Price with 24! 2 years in a row, Mark Price has won this competition.
You know, it just takes practice. You know, somebody asks how you get good at something. I think the way you get good at anything is spending a lot of time at it.
For Mark Price, hard work has always been his key to success. Though he was a standout college player at Georgia Tech, Price was only a second-round draft choice in the NBA. Joining the Cavs in 1986, he relentlessly labored to prove he belonged as their starting point guard. Still, Cleveland selected playmaker Kevin Johnson in Price's second season. The resilient Price, however, was never fazed.
Had he had one off day or one inconsistent outing, I would have ended up taking his job. But he was so consistent that I could not get any closer to that starting position.
Firmly entrenched as the Cavs' starting point guard, Price blossomed into a team leader and one of the league's best clutch shooters.
Price for 3, and oh, what a big-time shot that was. This place erupted as Price hit another bomb.
So in the late 1980s, Mark Price was really becoming an NBA superstar, and you had many teams really being afraid of this guy and doing some extra preparations just to make sure that this guy doesn't embarrass them.
And to set you up for the Pacers and the Cavs at MSA tonight, here's Daryl Burnett.
Now you got to get post position. Now if I go back up to set the back pick, you fight it again. Fight.
When push comes to shove tonight, the Pacers have to slow Mark Price to have any hopes of slowing the winningest team in the NBA. Price is capable of stealing the ball and the show. He's averaging nearly 18 points, 9 assists, and 1.6 steals.
Great skills. He's a marvelous shooter. Great with the ball. As good as anybody ever on the pick and roll. He's a defender. He does it all. And he's totally unselfish. And he's just totally into the game.
Price was so totally into the game last December 4th, he passed and shot his way to a career high against the Pacers and hasn't been out of the lineup since.
I'd like to say I don't remember it, but I do, yeah. Mark's a very good player. He gives everybody in the league trouble. So, we played pretty good against him at Cleveland the last time we played. We kept him under control, so hopefully we can do the same tonight.
Mark Price, I think he's probably one of the most complete players I think I've ever played with. There are guys who have a lot more ability than Mark, but not many guys that have much more desire. And if you tell Mark he can't do something, he's going to do it.
Price into the forecourt. He's looking for the three, and off balance three. Good! Price hit the three with 4.1 seconds to go. You'll look at that one on TV tonight and say, I don't know how he put that one in the hole.
Price's hard work would earn him an All-Star berth in 1989, but just as his rise to stardom seemed complete, misfortune unexpectedly struck.
Price tries to save it, and he does. And Price hits the deck, and he is down right now.
I felt my knee kind of go two different directions, and I thought, I've never felt that before. It didn't feel too good, and it wasn't until I got back to Cleveland and the doctors examined me and told me that I torn it, my anterior cruciate. Originally, the first thing that goes through your mind is, I'm finished, I'm not going to be able to play basketball again.
Dedicating himself more than ever, he would make it all the way back, as he would once again be named to the All-Star team and also be honored with a berth on Dream Team 2.
Corner, bounce on the right side to Price, goes into the lane, flips it up and in. Look at the little guy go.
When you look at what this young man has accomplished and at the physical tools he's been given, he proves himself not only to be good enough to be a starter, but goes on to achieve All-Star status, All-NBA status, and will represent our country in the World Championship. So you realize that something inside him must be very, very big.
There were many things that I liked about Mark Price, and one of the things was when he was playing against some other NBA superstars, he really never backed down, and he was always up for a challenge. He actually had some legendary matches against Michael Jordan. So let's have a look.
Price with that change of direction. Sanders left open. Saw Hot Rod Williams on the bench a moment ago for the Cavaliers. Price right back. Oh, high arcing shot by Mark Price. Doherty left it short, and Horace Grant collects. Jordan out on the run.
Bang.
Michael Jordan second from the field. He has 6. Point try by Armstrong, and Danny Ferry has position of the rebound. Here's Price.
He saw nobody back. He just accelerated with that ball, took it up court, and away he went.
B.J. Armstrong's first personal, second on the team, and Price.
214. They've only missed 14 free throws.
Very in close. Couple of up fakes. Puts in on the fadeaway. Nicely done. Price off the screen by Doherty. Off the glass. Price with 7.
Tell me who uses the screen better in this league.
No one. No one. The thing about Price is that he drives his man right into the screen.
Well, you don't know if he's got the ability.
Cavaliers resume offensively with the fresh shot clock. Price gets the step down the lane. Oh, what a feed to Ferry!
Beautiful job. What a great pass.
Jordan right back.
Unfortunately, in Mark's career, he actually had 3 really, really bad injuries, which took away a lot of his prime. But still, let's have a look at his numbers and see how good he was actually doing. Mark Price was a 4-time NBA All-Star and a 4-time All-NBA player, which is pretty impressive because you have to remember, because of his injuries, he only had like 8 healthy seasons. His career numbers are 15 points, 2.6 rebounds, 6.7 assists, which doesn't look too good, but you have to remember, in his 4 last seasons, because of his injuries, he was more of a bench player, and that definitely made his numbers suffer. But he had seasons where he was averaging like almost 20 points and 10 assists, plus shooting 50% from the field, 90% from the free throw line, and over 40% from the three-point line. And there were many people comparing him to John Stockton, definitely not being such a good defender like John Stockton, but definitely a better scorer, a better shooter. So we're definitely talking about a legendary NBA player. Alright you guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you next time. Peace. I'm out. Hey you guys, if you're active on Facebook, I can really recommend Open Court. As an NBA fan, you should find everything you need. If it's funny NBA videos, impressive highlights, or even NBA news, I check out Open Court every day.